There is no pain quite like being abandoned by your own children. The silence of a phone that never rings. The empty chair at Christmas dinner. No card on your birthday. No knock at the door on Thanksgiving. The feeling that the very people you gave your life to have walked away. If this is something you've experienced, know that you are far from alone. In this video, we will look at some of the reasons why this happens and explore how it is possible to rediscover resilience, even in the midst of deep emotional pain. The pain of abandonment. Most parents imagine their later years filled with the company of children and grandchildren. Yet for countless families, that vision never becomes reality. Some sons and daughters gradually drift away as careers, relationships, and personal responsibilities consume their attention. Others remain distant because unresolved conflicts or lingering resentment continue to shape the relationship. In certain situations, parents feel that their adult children have become ungrateful or disrespectful, leaving them to navigate aging without the support they once expected. The heartbreak is real. One parent wrote, "I devoted my life to raising them, and now I can't even get a simple phone call." This isn't just loneliness, it feels like betrayal. So, why do children abandon their parents? Psychology and Carl Jung's insights give us some clues. 1. Unresolved childhood pain. Many adult children continue to carry emotional pain from growing up in homes they experienced as overly strict, emotionally distant, or controlling. For some, creating distance from their parents becomes a way of protecting themselves from unresolved hurt. 2. Societal pressures. Today's society often places great importance on personal freedom and independence. As a result, caring for elderly parents is sometimes viewed as an obligation that limits individual goals rather than as a meaningful responsibility. 3. Family conflicts. Separation within families can also grow out of divorce, blended families, disagreements over inheritance or finances, and old betrayals. These unresolved conflicts may leave relationships damaged for many years. 4. Entitlement and ungratefulness. In some situations, adult children begin to take their parents' sacrifices for granted. Gratitude fades, and they come to believe they have no responsibility to remain involved in their parents' lives. According to Carl Jung, much of this reflects the psychological journey of individuation, the natural process through which children develop their own identity apart from their parents. While this separation is a healthy part of growth, it can sometimes become so extreme that it results in complete estrangement. The real voices of parents. The experiences shared by many older parents reveal the depth of this emotional pain. One woman in her 70s wrote, "My children never visit or even call anymore. Sometimes it feels as though I spent my life raising people I no longer know." Another parent said, "I would rather spend my remaining years with self-respect than allow disrespectful adult children to dictate how I live." But there are also voices of strength. One senior said, "Although my children abandoned me, I eventually found peace on my own. I spend my time gardening, writing, and volunteering. Instead of waiting for the phone to ring, I began creating a life that brings me happiness." These stories remind us that while abandonment leaves deep emotional scars, it does not have to rob life of its purpose or meaning. Have your own children grown distant or walked away from you? How have you managed the silence and the loss? Share your experience in the comments. Your story may encourage another parent who is struggling through the same heartbreak. If this message speaks to you, consider liking this video and subscribing for more content about aging, Carl Jung's psychological insights, and discovering peace later in life. Carl Jung's perspective. Carl Jung believed that suffering, although deeply painful, often carries the potential for personal transformation. When children abandon their parents, the resulting solitude can feel overwhelming. Yet Jung suggested that solitude also creates the conditions for individuation, the lifelong process of discovering and becoming one's real self. When family ties break apart, life often redirects our attention inward. The hurt may never disappear entirely, but it can become the beginning of greater resilience, deeper wisdom, and a renewed sense of personal freedom. Moving forward with strength. How can someone begin healing after being abandoned by their children? First, establish healthy boundaries. Refuse to accept continual disrespect, and protect your emotional well-being. Second, allow yourself to grieve. The loss is real, and it's natural to mourn the family relationship you hoped would exist. Third, create new relationships. Friends, community organizations, volunteer work, and even animal companions can bring connection, comfort, and purpose. Fourth, reconnect with yourself. Revisit interests you once loved or discover entirely new passions. This chapter of life belongs to you. Finally, pursue a deeper sense of meaning. Whether through faith, creative expression, helping others, or personal growth, seek fulfillment that extends beyond family relationships. Being abandoned by your children can make it seem as though everything has fallen apart. Yet your life is far from over. You remain deserving of kindness, respect, happiness, and love. Jung's teachings remind us that even profound loneliness can become an opportunity, an invitation to rediscover yourself, embrace your real identity, and make the most of the years that remain. If your children have chosen a different path, don't allow their absence to become the definition of your life. Instead, let the experience become the foundation for greater courage, resilience, inner peace, and personal growth.